All rise.
Thank you. Please be seated. We're back on the record in CR 2220-755, State of Idaho versus Chad Guy Daybell. The court took a brief recess after all the evidence and closing arguments had been presented to it. The court notes that the reason we hold a preliminary hearing is to establish probable cause. The obligation of the magistrate is to determine whether or not probable cause has been shown pursuant to Rule 5.1 of the Idaho Criminal Rules. It designates that if a magistrate finds that a public offense has been committed and that there is probable or sufficient cause to believe that the defendant committed the offense, the magistrate must immediately require the defendant to answer in district court. The court finds, after reviewing all of the testimony that has been presented here, as well as exhibits 1 through 31, as well as the argument that has been made by both the state's defense and the state's attorney and the defense attorney, the court finds that the state has met its burden of probable cause, and I find that there is probable or sufficient cause to believe that the defendant, Chad Daybell, committed the offenses counts 1 through 4 as designated in the amended criminal complaint. I will bind the defendant over to the district court, and there will be an arraignment set on August 21st at 9 a.m. That will be in front of Judge Boyce. It's my understanding that will be held remotely via Zoom, but I will leave that up to Judge Boyce to decide that. So that will take care of the findings here today. It's my understanding there's also one final issue that the state as well as defense would like to take up. Is that correct, Mr. Wood?
I can put that. Yes, Your Honor. Just a stipulation that the defense and the state have entered into that we will waive any deadline for the filing of a transfer of trial for at least 60 days after the date of arraignment.
Okay. Mr. Pryor, it's my understanding that the stipulation isn't that a transfer of trial venue can take place, but that the deadline to file that motion, if one is going to be filed by either you or the state, is 60 days from today's date. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge. And I want to make it clear that that motion for transfer of trial, there are actually two types. There's transfer within the judicial district and transfer outside of the judicial district. And we are not specifying in the event we choose to file a motion for change venue or the state does, that we are not limiting ourselves to this judicial district. We could pursue it outside the judicial district as well. Thank you, Judge.
The court notes that a stipulation has been reached. It's been put here on the record between the state and the defense. I will honor that stipulation. It will be ordered that 60 days from today's date will be the deadline for either the state or the defense to file a motion to transfer the location of the trial within or without District 7 here in the state of Idaho. With that, is there anything else we need to take up here today, Mr. Wood?
Not from the state.
Mr. Pryor.
Not from the defense, Judge. Thank you for your consideration.
I appreciate the zealous representation that has been taking place here today. I'm very impressed with the attorneys, the argument that has been made, as well as the investigation. The court will be in recess. Thank you all.
All rise.